I am go back close to the microphone. Watering my very dry fuchsia. We are in the middle of a heat wave here in Washington. I'm actually going to turn on the water for my garden. I can show you guys that. Hey, it's been a month since I last took you guys around the garden. I am working on a fall playlist video that is just taking forever to edit, and I want that to look really good and have all of the research and visuals, and it's important to me, and I really am excited about this playlist. So I'm not going to post that today, but I am going to give you guys just a really quick run through of the garden. And that video did so well. I mean, my best video by far on the channel, so why not lean into that, double down, and give you guys a midsummer update. We're definitely getting closer to fall, as you can tell by my lipstick color. I'm hanging out here by our fire pit. I am on the ground just enjoying we've started a little meadowy area over here. We're not seeding yet or anything like that. It's just letting the grass grow out on this side of the yard. It's just a lot of lawn. Not that we don't like it. It is a no water lawn, so everything has turned mostly brown at this point. In the summer, fully expected. Duh. I don't know. Makes sense this time of year. I think we're really lucky to have the access to water that we do have here in the Puget Sound. We are on a well here, which makes it even easier. That being said, I'm really not minding the brown lawn. It's still very comfortable to walk in barefoot, and we want to do a meadow for sure. That's definitely in the plans. I bought a whole bunch of seeds, pounds and pounds of seeds that we are going to hopefully this fall really we're building a plan for how we want to do it, but we need some more tools, and I want to be really sure before we, start tearing things up at this new property. So we're taking our time. Lots going on there. I don't know. It's not that bad. It topped out. It was like 93 or 94 yesterday. We're close to the water here. We get really good breeze. We've, been outside a lot, and it's been very comfortable. We're lucky to have a good air conditioner on the inside, and so I'm not even noticing any difference on the inside. It's really pretty luxurious, I would say, especially when I turn on the news and I see exactly how everyone else is having a really terribly hot summer. Here it's been pretty much paradise. I'm really sad we can't do campfires at night anymore. I think in the future we'll buy a propane fire pit to go out here for this time of year, which is totally okay. It's not worth risking it, clearly, especially if we have this longer grass going on this side of the yard. But hey, we get good shade in the morning. It's the morning time now. I was hoping we could get some of the flowers a little more open midday. It was kind of sad seeing all the flowers still closed last time, because I did it, I think it was like 7 or 8 p.m. That's been a huge difference living here compared to the East Coast, is how late the sun stays up, and that just never seems to. We've been here now 2 years at least. This is our third fall. Yes? It's our third fall here in Washington State, and it's still so weird that the sun isn't going down till 8:30 or 9. It doesn't feel normal, but maybe it will someday. I don't remember it feeling normal when I lived here growing up. For those of you that are new here and haven't seen my other videos, I grew up in South Seattle, very much a Washington State kid, a lot of family in the area. Graduated high school, moved to New York, had a fabulous decade in New York City. My husband and I moved back here a couple years ago, and this is our first year in our home that we bought, which is incredible to even just looking at the market and how things have changed. I'm starting to feel more comfortable with the idea that we actually own this place. It is just so different. I still have a lot of renter brain in my head, and I'm scared to touch anything. It's getting more comfortable time, particularly in the garden is where I feel the most at home, and I really am getting to make it my own. It's changing so fast. There's so many more flowers, lots more poppies and things that grew in my bed versus the poppies. I planted them all kind of the same time in the spring. The poppies that I put out in our beds kind of around the house and down the driveway, those were beautiful and blooming, kind of the average, June poppy time. And we're just now getting some poppies in the bed. So I must have waited a couple weeks before I put them in the bed. That would make sense. But it's really fun, and we have lots of dahlias. I have to give you guys a little update on all the wildlife encounters that we're having. It has been so much fun to come out here, and I mean, we have deer coming through, which we try to shoo away, but like I actually love seeing them every day, and they feel really safe here, which makes me feel really happy. We don't have any dogs or anything. I think when we have a dog, it'll be nice to throw them outside so they can shoo the deer away for us. But in the meantime, it's really nice. There's this little spot in the backyard where they like to sleep. We've had coyotes. These really adorable coyotes came through, which I know is also a fear for a lot of people. We don't want to encourage them, but like they came through and they were eating our plum tree, which is back behind me now. My plum tree, that is so amazing to think about, because that was the first thing that was blooming when I first recorded. These birds are insane. Speaking of birds, boy, have we got the birds. We have an eagle's nest, eagle's roost, you can say. All these trees here behind me are extremely tall. Beautiful tall trees. And I will go ahead and throw some videos in here. We have baby eaglets. We have 2 baby bald eagles. I mean, they're looks like they're like 10 weeks old. I posted on my TikTok a few weeks ago, them learning to fly, which has just been like the most incredible experience. I really can't even put words to it. We've gotten to know these eagles. We've named them Taylor and Polesbow, gender neutral names, because I don't know how to identify the sex of bald eagles. They're bigger than the parents. Like, they're bigger than actual bald eagles because they're fluffy, lots of fluffy feathers, very fluffy, floofy bird animals. It's pretty mind-blowing to see the big, massive black birds and see those as like the little babies. And once we've started recognizing them and getting to know them, you can see like they don't know how to fly. They definitely don't know how to land. They'll often come in way too high or way too low, and it's fun to see. I just didn't realize they would be here this late in the year. Like, I thought they would fledge the nest a lot earlier, and I heard we get turkey vultures there in the fall, kind of in the in-between season. So when I first saw the baby eagles, you know, up there flying and doing their thing, I was like, oh, I guess the turkey vultures came in. I guess we didn't get to see the eagle babies this year. Later that day, my husband and I were sitting out here, and we were like, we should look up what the baby eagles look like. And it was exactly what we had seen before. And so we sat around, waited till sunset is usually when they're out doing their thing. Like clockwork, every night for the past like 3 weeks, we get to go out and see our little baby eaglets. And it's like, so, I don't know, it's really, really cool to have those right here in our own back. I look forward to watching the different nature just seasons of life that we get to watch here, living out in the Pacific Northwest. Truly, I know I say this all the time, but a dream come true, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go show you my hydrangeas that are blooming. It's my first ever hydrangea plant, which I grew up with a ton of hydrangea plants in my parents' backyard, so it's really meaningful to me to get this big, beautiful, healthy blue one. I didn't think it was gonna do very well because in learning to prune a whole acre, I decided to actually use a weed whacker to prune back the hydrangea, and I mean, it worked. I don't know if I'm going to do that again. I think I have a little bit more of an idea of what I'm actually supposed to do, but you can see they're just turning, they're just opening up. I want to go ahead and show you guys the drip irrigation we have installed in the garden, so you can kind of see that in action. It's really interesting, and it's been hot here, and so I want to get it a good water before the sun hits. And I know you're supposed to do it at night. I've been doing it at night, but I just want to get it out of the way today because we have a busy afternoon ahead of us, and then I will overdo it tomorrow afternoon. We got lots of squash growing. Oh, the tomatoes. We've had like 3 tomatoes so far that have ripened, and they're so good. And so I'm very excited. I went to Costco a few weeks back and I got mozzarella. I don't know. I'll talk about all that when we're walking around. Let me go ahead and turn on the water and we'll do a quick tour. Can we just turn on the water like that? It's pretty straightforward. Sorry, it's loud back here with the AC and a plane going over, all of that. We do have this little system. I still haven't figured out how to set that up. Seems that there is a phone line we can call. I've done a little bit of research. We have electricity and everything set up to it. I assure you we have shoes on now. It's definitely necessary to have the shoes on. So first, on the outside here, we have this arch, which I got on Amazon Prime Day. That was my one little Amazon Prime Day find. I think I got it for like 30 bucks. Like, or less, 20 bucks. I'll link it down below. I'm really happy with it. We'll see how it holds up in time. It shouldn't be too bad. I'm gonna get some little bars down here to prop it up just a little taller, and then I've already pre-ordered 2 really beautiful roses that I'm gonna plant on either side that will hopefully vine up and over. Those are gonna be interesting to try and protect from the local wildlife, but I'm excited. Make this a real grand entrance. I wanna put in some little beds here on either side. Should be beautiful. Okay, let's just start with the dahlias. Look at this. See, there's some weeds I gotta weed back. That's not good. They're going to seed. Isn't that stunning? I can't keep up with it. There's too many flowers to comprehend. And I like saw it coming and I still am surprised. Going in. Yeah, this is my pollinator bed. That's what I'm calling it. See all the pretty poppies, and there's even some dahlias in there. Some white dahlias that were blooming. I'm definitely gonna look for those plants and move them over here next fall with the rest of these dahlias. Wait, let them do their thing. Oh yeah, no, look, they're coming in. Yeah, these are the dahlias that I planted over here, which are literally the same ones, I think. There's a local dahlia stand that I'm sure they got theirs at as well, and I wanted to buy some, but not knowing that there were a row of dahlias over there, I just kind of threw them into our pollinator bed. Here is the massive sunflower, really blowing me away. There's no flower yet, but it just keeps growing like a foot a day at this point. We'll see. It's much taller than the garden, as you can see now. Hopefully the birds don't come after it, but the little owls have been doing lovely. Here, I believe this is Chit Chat protecting our little squash area and the sunflowers eventually. And then over here, I actually moved my way. Blueberries, still doing stunning. I'm actually gonna come out here tonight and get some of these that are ripening. Oh my God, I love the blueberries. They're honestly like just coming in right now. A lot of these were just flush, and then this one is a beautiful, I guess, everbearing. I mean, that's strawberry lingo that I'm using on blueberries. I don't know if you can do that. But these owls have really worked. I think I'm gonna take down the disco balls for the most part, move them to our fruit trees. But I have it protecting. Look at our apple tree back here. Look at that. Very excited. Of course, that is on the outside of our protected garden, so I'm definitely watching the deer when they come through. And I'll protect that with some, I need to spray them soon with, I think it's cannelin clay. That will hopefully keep everything away. Oh my God. That squash. What a difference a month makes, right? Those were just starting to bloom. I don't even remember planting cherry tomatoes over here. Oh shoot, look at that slug. That's a fat slug. Hi, fat slug. Ew, but also cool. Oh, look at this beautiful. What is that? That is so pretty. I was really unhappy with the way that the strawberries went, man. I mean, you saw some pretty strawberries, but it was just really one flush and done. My beautiful cauliflower. I actually should probably... Let's bring in some cauliflower, I guess. Ah, cauliflower. Oh, here they are all open. This is the whole reason why I came out here during the day. Lots of chamomile. I've been coming out and harvesting chamomile almost every day. I'm really happy with that. I want to do a lot more of that in the coming years. I mean, this is enough for us really, but I'd like to start a little dry stockpile. Oh, here are the beautiful dahlias. Look at this. I love that one. That is so pretty. That's the one that I want to bring in. Oh, a lot of my poppies are going to seed, which I'm really excited about. I've been collecting lots of seed pods so I can mail them to friends and family. The green pea arch has died out. I gotta take that out here pretty soon. All of our salad over here has pretty much died out, and the potatoes underneath are shading them out. So that's my next to do. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna do Got to put in carrots for harvest and then salad for harvest. Over here, the tomatoes are just coming along so beautifully. Look at how pretty. I used the tomato tree method and I've been pretty happy with it so far. Try and get the max use of space. I gotta get out here and tie some of these up. Oh look, there's one that's starting to ripen. Oh yeah, these are gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, huge. Oh my god, that is so pretty. We're getting them all the way up here too. Again, it smells so beautiful over here. Yeah, so again, I think we overdid that, but what else is new? Oh my god, I gotta tie that up. We're gonna get tomatoes all the way up there. I did not think we would reach the top of these little supports that I put in. We have lots of birds, so you can understand why. Some volunteer squash that's growing out here. It'll be interesting to see what those turn into. It's actually pretty beautiful. The animals will probably get to that, so we'll have to keep an eye on it. But so far, it's pretty fun to see everything come out. This is, again, the pollinators. Wow. Do I have to stake up these sunflowers? I'm really not sure. They seem very sturdy. I'm gonna have so much squash. Look at all these. There's a little guy. Okay, anything I'm missing here? Comment below, let me know. Oh my god, this has just become a spider habitat. I gotta take all this down. Oh, we have some kale. I've been wanting a kale salad and I haven't had it the last couple of weeks because all of this is going to seed right now, and so I'm waiting for these to dry out. And apparently they get shaky. Look. They turn into little maracas, and that's when you'll get seeds. We get, oh yeah. Look at that. So I'm gonna come harvest all of those. Just throw those back in there. Hopefully we get more kale. How beautiful. That's it for today, folks. I am going to put a light edit on this and get it uploaded, and everyone can be happy. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Yay, food gardens!